ish.
Hello, viewers and listeners. My name is Fisher Millard, and I'm here to welcome you to one of our at the Heroes Network. This is the end of history, a 7th edition Call of Cthulhu campaign set in 1990s Seattle. And we're starting right now. First, a word from our sponsor. Nope, still don't have a sponsor. So, hey, guys, if anybody would love to, drop an ad in here somewhere, I would love to read it for you. Listen to my silky smooth voice. But anyway, let's introduce our players and get to know each other a little better. Like I said, my name's Fisher. This week, we're going to ask a question. What is your favorite 90s cartoon? And I'm going to start things off by throwing out... It's hard to say what a favorite is, but I'm going to throw out one of my favorites, Rocko's Modern Life. It's got a wacky cartoon style with an Australian main character, and his best friend is a cow. It's just like so crazy. It's such a crazy, acid fueled show. Kind of. It's a wonder. I'm a big fan of Rocko's Modern Life. Why don't we throw it out to our players here? Who wants to pick it up? John, you want to pick it up?
Yeah. So yours was acid fueled, and mine is jet fueled. I'm gonna go with SWAT Cats, the Radical Squadron.
Yeah. Tell us about SWAT Cats. I've watched a little bit of SWAT Cats. I remember SWAT Cats.
I'm gonna be honest. I remember so very little, but
it's just like a vague imprint on your mind.
No, it's like the intro is like one of those 90s intros where they went so hard for no good reason. But I remember...
Yeah, and then the show itself is kind of like...
Yeah, it was like they wanted to make a mech anime, but they couldn't afford that kind of animation, so instead they had jets. And it was very neat.
And
These
it's
cats
you
aren't
have that like awesome rock music, but also in the background during the intro, you still hear the sounds from the cartoon, like the sound effects.
Yeah.
Well, that's a pretty good choice.
Yeah, it also had some harsh shading, if I remember correctly, and I just like harsh shading. It's very fun.
SWAT Cats, very 90s. Who's next here? Evan, maybe. You want to do the next one?
Sure. I'm gonna say Courage the Cowardly Dog because I love that cartoon as a kid. It's weird, it's spooky, it's got like gross out humor. The animation is insane.
It's so crazy.
It's great.
That's a great pick, especially for a game like Call of Cthulhu. I might have to go on a Courage the Cowardly Dog rewatch just to pick up a bunch of...
I did a couple years ago, and it's worth it. It's good.
It's nuts. It's a crazy show. Good choice. D, why don't you go next?
Yeah, well, Courage was definitely one of my favorites, but also like extremely fitting to the game that we're playing here. On the one hand side, we've got Gargoyles, which is just such an amazingly I love the fact that cartoon just like went really serious. And it also taught me like that was my first experience of a villain that just doesn't stop and doesn't get caught, like Xanathos or whatever his name was. Like he always escapes. And a very close second was Beetlejuice.
The animated Beetlejuice. Yeah.
Beetlejuice. Just insanity all the time. Just pure insanity.
Yeah, some really good choices there for sure. Yeah, I'm a big fan. Well, last but not least, Adam, what was your favorite 90s cartoon?
I'm choosing a well-known, widely popular classic, Biker Mice from Mars, which was just absolutely fantastic in all the most horrible ways. Like everything we've already mentioned, just over-the-top intro with like metal guitars and action from the show, and then the show itself was just kind of like, what the hell is happening? If you haven't seen the show, it was essentially these Martians who are mice, who were essentially like a centaur if the lower half of a centaur was a motorcycle and the upper half of a centaur was a humanoid mouse who was ripped and buff as fuck.
That's rad.
Yeah, and they ended up on Earth for some reason, I'm sure that was poorly explained, and decided to fight crime or something.
Yeah, I believe Biker Mice from Mars was part of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Fallout, where everybody, and I think SWAT Cats was as well, where it was like, hey, we need to capitalize on this sudden interest that all these children have in, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And I think all the companies... Oh yeah, all the companies. Yeah, they were just like, what words can we swap together to make, Street Sharks?
Yeah,
I almost said Street Sharks.
Yeah, that's a good choice too.
Like four words, and it has to be an animal.
you got to be able to make a toy.
Yeah. It must be marketable.
Oh,
yeah,
God,
most of the
shows
shows in the '90s were made by Mattel. Like that's how that broke down.
Well, here's what I'll say.
Go ahead.
Sorry, D. Here's what I'll say. If we can get this game to be somewhere between Courage the Cowardly Dog and Gargoyles, that's sort of the realm I'm hoping to land in. So that's definitely my inspiration. I didn't mean to cut you off too much there, D, but I do want to get started here. But did you have something cool to say? Or
I just had like a complete childhood memory of like Garbage Man or whatever it was called. Like there was a whole line of
Toxic
toys
Avenger.
with like pollution versus non-pollution. There was like a blue Martian and like...
Captain Planet?
No, it wasn't Captain Planet. That's the best part.
It was like knockoff Captain Planet.
Yeah, it was like space alien Captain Planet against Garbage Man.
Weird. Well, all right. Last time at the end of history, what happened, guys? We introduced some of our characters. We had Father Arthur Andrews, played by John, a priest. We have Agent Peter Flynn, played by Evan, an FBI agent assigned to this missing persons case. We have Lead Fist Leopold Cooper, who runs a martial arts dojo. And we have Trent Levine, a musician, who were all connected to this missing girl. And at the end of last episode, a Detective Garrett Mills came to the hotel that Agent Flynn was staying at and let him know that, yes, in fact, we do have a positive ID. The body they found was Monica Summers. And to remind anybody, if you haven't watched the last episode, the body of Monica Summers was found mutilated with her face and brain eaten by something. And that's kind of where we're going to pick up a little bit here. With Detective Mills and Agent Flynn in the hotel. Do you have any questions for Agent Mills? Evan. Detective Mills, sorry.
Yeah, I'd probably be asking if there's any... Well, I guess I want to see the autopsy report.
Sure, yeah. If you want to come... do you want to see it right now? It's a little... we can go back.
In the morning.
Sure. Yeah, we have the autopsy report. The chief is ruling it as an animal attack. Is official ruling right now. It seems like
I've never seen an animal do that.
I don't know what else to make of it. I don't know. Something about this really doesn't sit right with me. I feel like I've seen something like this before. It's just, I'm going to have to maybe dig through some files, but this is clicking with something in my memory. But anyway, I just wanted to let you know, and yeah, if you want to come by in the morning, I'll be at the station. Yeah.
All right, I'll see you in the morning. Have a good night.
And he heads off. We left Father Andrews. Is there anything that you want to do in the evening? This is Tuesday, January 4th? June 4th. I believe I'm correct about that.
Yep.
Yes.
Sounds right.
Tuesday, June 4th, 1991. Is there anything else that you wanted to do with the rest of your evening? Or I kind of felt like you were winding down, but, tell me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, he'll probably help the rest of the volunteers that stuck by for cleanup. Like get the tables back into storage and get the water bottles and whatever that wasn't taken back in the fridge, and just kind of like dog, and just trying to keep his mind off of the body by just keeping himself busy.
I did actually forget to do something. I'm even behind the curtain. This is the same session that we're all sitting at, but since it's a new episode, we're going to kind of treat it as a different session. I want everybody to give me a luck roll. This is a luck improvement roll. So you actually want to fail this roll. You want to get over your luck here.
Where's my luck? Oh no.
I rolled 100.
I'm quite lucky.
Roll 100. Hey, it's the only time that rolling 100 is a good thing here. Roll a d10 and add it to your luck.
I rolled
Right.
an 87.
That's over your luck.
That's over my 80 of luck. Yeah.
Go ahead and roll a d10 and add it to your luck. Anytime, and just so we can get in the habit of this, anytime you roll, go ahead and just give me what it's over or under, just so we can establish that language. Anybody else improve their luck?
Nope.
Right. Well, Father Andrews, yeah, you're just kind of packing up, helping anybody out. Nobody else saw the body, and you were kind of told to keep things under wrap until there was any kind of positive ID. So there's definitely like some bustle and hubbub about some of the people of like, oh, the cops definitely found something, and that kind of talk is going around. You probably do see in the group, I posted a picture a little bit earlier of her name. Of her. Her name is... scroll down here. Her name is Rebecca Hill, Monica's best friend. And you've probably seen her. She is also in your congregation. So you probably do see her, and she's like very worried, and maybe comes up to you and is like, "Did you hear anything about what happened? It seems like the cops maybe found something."
They might just be following up on a lead or something. Don't worry yourself about it. In fact, I'm pretty sure I can wrap things up here if you would like to go home and spend some time with your family.
Yeah, she kind of seems to take your word for it, but she seems pretty worried. And everybody disperses, and you're sort of left to your own devices. Is there anything else that you want to do, or otherwise we can cut away? Father Andrews is...
Let's see. He like once everyone's gone, he'll probably head back to his little office area, pour himself a drink, and like just kind of eye the phone for a little bit, consider calling his brother, but yeah, he will forego that and probably just pray for Monica's family.
Ooh, you're gonna pray, are you?
Yeah, dirtbag. It's up to you. You a cop?
Make a prayer roll.
Is that a prayer roll?
Actually, why don't you give me?
Oh, there's a cult right there.
Why don't you give me an occult roll?
Do a prayer roll.
Not to be edgy.
Oh, hey, that's a 27 under.
Is that what's your 80?
My occult is 40.
Oh, so just a regular success then.
Yep.
Yeah. You give an impassioned plea to your Lord and Savior. Let's cut away to The ferry has landed. Leo and Trent have gone their separate ways. Leo, you had some students with you who all, they're like, "Hey, thanks for inviting us. I guess that, I hope everything's okay." and
Yeah. Like I
you're
said,
kind of
thanks
left alone.
for helping out. Like I said, next one's on me. Thanks for helping.
Right? Yeah. They get a free class.
Yeah.
What do you do with the rest of you?
I'm gonna head back home. I mean, I live in a small, very modest flat above the dojo, so it's all there kind of, and like I said, I will check if Monica had left any personal belongings in the dressing room.
Why don't you give me a luck roll? So this will be under your current luck.
Nope. 95 out of 83.
Wow. Monica did not leave anything behind.
Amusingly enough, it's impossible to lower the luck roll to a success. Because the more I lower
that is true. That is true. There are a couple things. Yeah. There are a couple things you can't spend luck on. You can't spend luck on sanity rolls, and you can't spend luck in No, you can spend luck in combat. I think it's just sanity rolls and luck rolls are the only things you can't spend luck on. So
now, does it say you can't spend luck on luck rolls, or is it just implied because that would be stupid?
I think it's just implied. I think it's just implied. The big thing, you can't push combat rolls. Not that we're anywhere near combat right now, but anyway. All right, so you head back, you check. No, it doesn't look like Monica left anything here. She was a pretty put together person from your experience. So, some of the talk you've heard today about like maybe she was like using before she disappeared. There's a variety of things you've heard that seem like they do not go in line with what you remember about Monica, other than, she was a little troubled. But, you never really pushed into that too much. You just were there to give her whatever experience you could. With that, you probably end your day there, right?
Yeah.
We'll cut over to...
Probably do some meditation before going to bed, just to kind of like try to recenter myself and kind of get rid of all of that upset that I have about actually emotionally lashing out.
Yeah, you definitely probably are feeling like a little bit of that weird, almost like guilt, where you're like, I shouldn't have done that. And while you're meditating, you're trying really hard to push everything away and center yourself. And that image of her face, or lack of one, just like will not stop surfacing in your psyche. You just don't feel like you can get away from it in a way. And, you do all the meditating you can, but you go to bed feeling troubled. Trent, you had a little bit of a different goal in mind. You wanted to maybe spend the rest of your evening seeing if you could find out what Monica was doing in Seattle.
Yeah, maybe where she went after she was at his place. If she was up in the school or other potential places she could have done that.
Sure. Where would you go to look or ask?
I assume I have a contact somewhere, probably in the club scene within the city, like for that kind of hookup. So I would hit them up first and just say, hey, like, did she come by looking for anything, or have you heard from her, that kind of thing. Just casually, not so much like, where were you on the night of Saturday the
Sure.
seconds.
Let's
or whatever.
establish this contact a little bit so that we have a
Sure.
maybe like a recurring NPC here. Some kind of like promoter. Someone who can get you shows. Someone who knows the scene, who's around, like someone like that, maybe.
Yeah.
Kind of what you're thinking. Yeah. Let's actually let's call this person. Go down. No, let's call her
Duncan.
Tana. Her name is Tana, and she's like a promoter, can get shows, knows a lot of the bands, socialite, kind of like weird and pushy, but like also very very friendly. But definitely the kind of person you would go to if you were trying to find out if someone had been seen around recently. Where do you head? Like, did you just go to the garage, or is there a spot you head to?
Yeah, I think Trent doesn't have a residence per se. He crashes at the garage a lot. They kind of let him store his gear there because he plays there all the time. Outside of that, he just crashes on people's couches or just wherever he ends up for the day. So that would probably be the first place that he would go, sort of just check in and see who was there and what was going on. The garage is also very run down. It's like it was a really big club like 10, 15, 20 years ago, and then it burned down and they just like didn't fix it. So it's like basically just like a blown out warehouse at this point where they just still have shows and stuff. So
yeah, they're
like a rave scene.
They're kind of like trying to make it more legitimate over time. Yeah. It's sort of in that like transitional process where like it was real rave oriented, and now they're kind of like, maybe we should try to run a business here or something. And it's like, half and half. We'll say it's still not super late in the evening, maybe only like 8 or 9 p.m. You head back to the garage, and there's like a band playing there, probably someone you're not like super into. They do all kinds of different stuff here. Maybe it's like some like psytrance, although that doesn't exist yet in 1991, really. But yeah, well, maybe like some just like some weird like proto techno shit.
The last vestiges of new wave.
Yeah, totally. Some guy with like a synth. And like there's like guitar and bass but no drums, and he's like singing, and it's just like, this isn't very good, really. But we'll say Tana's there, just kind of hanging out, and you manage to catch her attention, and she's like, "Oh, hey, Trent, what's the name of your band? Did we come up with that?"
I don't think we did.
The Garbage Man.
Let's call it
the Garbage Man.
Tenebrae.
Tenebrae, cool. I like it. She's like, "Hey, Trent. Oh, from Tenebrae, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
How's it going?"
I've had better days. Listen, a friend of mine came by on Saturday. She was looking to score, and I told her I didn't have anything for her. You probably know her, Monica, blonde. Kind of young.
Yeah, maybe. Is she like in the music scene at all, or
not really? We used to date a long time ago. She's been around some, not a lot lately.
Sure, okay, yeah.
If she was looking for something and couldn't get it from me, I thought maybe that she might have bounced around the club and talked to some folks and maybe found her way to you.
No, I kind of try to stay out of that a little bit, Trent.
Sure.
But. No, I mean, I definitely know people. I didn't see her. It was Saturday.
Yeah. She came.
That was your show. You had a show, right? And then I think I saw you with her. She had like the cool jacket and the.
Yeah, that's her.
Yeah. No. I don't remember. I think she left with you, and nobody saw her after that. I didn't see her.
Okay, cool. Well, yeah, I wanted to check. She was acting a little weird. I just wanted to.
I mean, if she's looking to score, I bet. Yeah.
Well, that's she's not usually into that kind of thing. It's part of the reason we don't hang out as much anymore.
Well, okay. What do you think about this music?
It's fucking terrible.
She like laughs and like slaps you on the chest a little bit, and she's like, "Oh man."
If it's not broadening your horizons, what is it doing for you? This doesn't open doors. This puts you to sleep, if anything.
He's so negative, so negative. Well, I'll let you know. Show lined up for you guys in a couple weeks here, so we'll stay in touch.
Cool. Yeah. No, let me know. Thanks.
Yeah. Is there anything else that you want to do with this evening, or are you just gonna find a place to crash? There's always like green room space here that you can just like crash in, and people might give you shit, but you kind of like the owners won't kick you out, so you're fine.
What are you gonna do? Yeah. So yeah, he'll find a spot somewhere in the back, probably just wherever he stashes his stuff, and he will cook up his signature cocktail of "I'm trying to expand my mind" substances, and start working on. We'll call it a song, although this is less of a song and more of an experiment that he's been tooling around with. It's actually based off of a song he heard some other guy working on backstage one night a few months ago. But it had an interesting sort of somber chord progression, and he heard potential in it. And he has this theory that like when people write music, they're constantly on the verge of discovering something new, but they rarely know what it is that they've found. And so he heard this piece of music that this guy was working on, and he's like, I think he was onto something, but he doesn't know what it is, so now I have to finish it. Like I have to fine tune it into the thing that it's supposed to be.
Sure. Well, why don't we I want 2 roles from you here. First, you don't have medicine or anything like that, right?
No.
Okay, so first, why don't you give me an occult?
Okay. Oh boy. That is a 100.
Oh boy. Well, we're not going to do the second roll because that is a fumble, my friend. Yeah, maybe you just had like a weird day and you're not paying attention to stuff the way you normally do. And maybe you're just kind of shaken up and, unsure about a bunch of stuff. You got your doses wrong, man. You got way too fucked up. And you realize, like, you're like kind of trying to mess around with this song, and you realize very quickly, you're like, I need to lay down. Like, I can't do anything. And, and you are just like out. And that's where we're going to leave you. Let's pick up the next day. It's Wednesday, June 5th, 1991. Why don't we just pick up in the morning with Agent Flynn? He's heading over to the police station. The
morgue.
Yeah. What was this town called? Not Wilson, right? Was that one?
Winslow.
God, I wrote it down.
Winslow, yeah.
Winslow, that's right. The Winslow police station. Bainbridge Island proper. You go to the Winslow police station. I take it you grab some coffee at the hotel.
Yeah, they have a little breakfast spread.
Yeah.
Grab
it's
coffee.
Pretty good.
It's good coffee.
Yeah. You head to the police station, and Detective Mills is waiting for you there. It's it's not like super early. But yeah, he's waiting for you there. And when you pull in, he's probably outside smoking. Actually, pull in and get out, and he throws his butt on the ground and comes over and shakes your hand again. And he's like, "Agent, it's good to see you."
Morning.
Yeah, so I can show you the autopsy report, and you guys head inside, and he's got an office sort of in the back a little bit, and He sits down behind his desk and kind of like motions to the chair for you to sit down in, and he pushes a piece of paper across the table to you, and it's like a couple pieces of paper, and it's the autopsy report. And I mean, there's nothing here. It's all the basics, everything you kind of know, but there's nothing like dug into.
No strange wounds or anything.
No. So the thing you do get, the autopsy report gives you, is that you didn't notice before and kind of wouldn't have been able to, is there is a bunch of bruising on one side of her body, and a lot of her bones are broken kind of in a specific place on that side of the body. So it sort of appears as though maybe she fell off of something. Like maybe she fell off of something and hit the water. Is kind of what the coroner is putting together. Which doesn't make a lot of sense. You're not really sure what that can lead to. But yeah, I mean, same basic stuff. No face, no brain, serious wounds and lacerations, but only to the face and head. And then you have all of this like bruising and broken bones too. And it's like the front side of the body. Like her back doesn't have all of that bruising. It's all the front side of her body.
Yeah, there's no tall enough buildings by the water on the island where she could have jumped or something.
I mean, you could go look and double check, but like it would have to be pretty high. Like, yeah. You get it, and Mills is like, he's smoking and he has his feet up on his table and he's kind of like looking at you read it. He's like, you get anything out of that?
No, it's not really any information here. The bruising and the bones being broken is very strange. Almost like she jumped from a height or was pushed or dropped. But there's nothing around here where that could have happened, correct? On the island?
Well, I mean, it's not that there's nothing around here that she could have fallen off of, but especially with the way we found her, there's no... I mean, we contaminated the crime scene a little bit just sort of by being there, but based on what everybody is saying who investigated the scene, there's no evidence that she was brought there. It appears as though she washed up on shore. So unless she fell off of something and then somebody put her in the water or something put her in the water, but then what ate her face?
There were no tracks found at the crime scene? Animal tracks?
No, just footprints from us. No other footprints as far as we can tell. It's it's all sand on the beach. It gets hard to tell. I'll say this. Forensics is like a very up and coming science at this point in time, right? Like it exists, but it's still kind of basic in a lot of ways. So you don't have as much forensic detail as you would get nowadays.
I think they just started doing DNA in like 88 or something.
Yeah, like literally DNA just started. Yeah. It's like I think we just figured it out. That's probably why he wasn't overly concerned with like flipping her over and seeing what was up with her body, right?
But I feel like I would like the FBI would be on the breaking edge of all that
right.
stuff.
You would, yes.
Well, if there's nothing else you can tell me about the crime scene, I'm assuming you're still having officers looking around the area.
I'm not in charge of that. The chief is ruling this an animal attack and is calling the investigation. I'm not personally super comfortable with that, but I have a lot of other stuff on my plate. To be honest, this isn't the only animal-related incident going on in this area right now. I mean, this is way more weird and extreme, but we
How-
have other.
How common are violent animal attacks?
I mean, it sort of depends. This other thing I have going on, there was like a hiker and his dog, and they got attacked, and we found them. But that seemed to be a little bit more normal. You know, it kind of seemed like their brain wasn't scooped out of either of them. So, you know, but they seem very quick to want to shut this down, and I don't have a whole lot of power to continue investigating it. So, I kind of am handing this to you. I'm willing to help in any way that I can, and you can talk to you can talk to the chief or somebody above me if you want to, but they don't really seem like they want to talk to you.
Not very friendly to the bureau, huh?
Look, between you and me, they've been very quick to settle this since it showed up. They dropped it in my lap, even though I have other stuff going on. They didn't help at all with the community outreach. You know, I can't do anything. I don't know if it's an FBI thing, but I don't know. At the end of the day, I don't know what I'm supposed to find out either. You know, FBI can continue this investigation, but like, what if it isn't? Maybe she fell into the water, and like a shark ate her. I don't know. Are there any sharks in the sound? I don't really think that that's a big thing here. And also, why would it eat her head? But I don't.
I've never seen an orca bite the head off of a human before, so
right.
Something's definitely very strange about this. I appreciate all your help, and I'm gonna contact my supervisor. I don't want to drop this case yet.
Well, let me know what's going on for sure. Here's what I will say. I was thinking about calling in some of those other people who were with us when we found the body last night. That Levine guy, he knew her. He seemed
that burnout.
Yeah, he seemed like maybe he knew something a little extra. Anyway, I was just thinking about maybe bringing everybody in that we talked to or had with us yesterday, and maybe just asking a couple questions. And then I need to talk to the family today, and they're going to have to put together, you know, I'm sure there'll be a funeral soon, but that's what's on my plate. So, you know, I don't know exactly how I'm going to go around doing all of that today. Some of that's slightly out of my jurisdiction, but I just so you know, if you need a contact here in the Winslow police force, I'll do what I can.
I appreciate it, Mills. I'll reach out and shake his hand.
And he shakes your hand and stands up, and you head out of the office. And actually, D, can we take a quick break really fast?
Yeah, sure thing.
We'll be right back, folks.
Take a couple of minutes. 5 enough?
Yeah, maybe not even that much, but we'll be right back.
Be back in a bit, guys.
Oh boy.
All right, and we're back. So Agent Flynn, you're left in the office. Let's cut away from you a little bit. And we'll come back. Father Andrews. It's the next morning. Actually, no. Let's keep going with Agent Flynn. We got to progress this a little bit here. What are you doing there?
I want to go try to talk to the chief.
Okay. Yeah, you head down to where his office, and then and knock on the door. Yeah.
Knock, knock.
You hear a pretty gruff. Oh, come in.
I'll open the door. Agent
And
Flynn.
yeah,
Nice to meet
you
you.
had something- he's like-
reach out my hand. Or handshake.
he stands up. He kind of like loosely shakes your hand. Just real quick. Oh, I forgot. There's a visual section now. I'll do that next. He shakes your hand. He's like, "I'm Chief Haverford. Nice to meet you. You're the FBI agent."
Yeah, I've been put on the Summers case.
Right.
In your opinion, it's just animal attack, huh?
There's not a whole lot else to glean here, unfortunately.
It seems a little bit more destructive than a typical animal attack, doesn't it?
Look, they're wild animals. They're incredibly destructive. You never know what an animal is going to do. That's what people tell you all the time, right?
Listen,
Even a trained dog.
I'm assuming you've been here for a while. You've seen animal
Yes.
attacks from this area.
I've been chief for over 10 years. I have seen animal attacks in this area.
Have you ever seen anything like this before?
Not really. No.
I think your assessment might be just a little too hasty, in my professional opinion.
Evan, if you just to let you know about a skill that
Yeah.
you may want to employ,
Persuasion?
psychology. If you ever want to read somebody and kind of like
Okay.
the information that they're giving you, I think I'm playing this a little obviously, but if there's anything you want to read into a little bit more about somebody's behavior, you can roll psychology to sort of like, it's basically like insight in Dungeons and Dragons or something
can
like
try.
that. Like,
My skill is
if you
10.
want to, just so you know, that's like there's a thing.
Okay, an option. Yeah.
There's not. Look, there are all kinds of animal attacks. Over the years, I've seen a lot of different kinds of stuff. It doesn't look like this was done with any kind of tool. It looks it looks organic from what the coroner's saying. It looks like an animal attack.
Well, I'm not quite convinced yet. I'm gonna keep poking around, see if anything turns up. Hopefully,
You're
Go ahead.
free to do that, I suppose. There might be some kind of question of jurisdiction, depending on what you're getting into here.
Is that gonna be an issue?
It depends. It depends on if you're going to make it an issue.
I just want to solve this case.
The case is solved. It's an animal attack. Look, you can tell whatever you need to your boys in Washington. But things are going to run just fine around here, even though an animal attacked a girl. It's very sad. Things like this happen all the time.
Yeah, I'm not comfortable attempting a roll.
Hey, well, here's the thing. A failure in this system does not mean that something bad happens. It just means that you failed. That is a big distinction in Call of Cthulhu that I want to point out. Is that a lot of the time, especially on like a psychology roll, the only thing you're going to get out of a failure is a failure to read this guy. He's not going to be like, "Holy fuck, are you trying to psychoanalyze?"
Yeah.
So there's nothing wrong with attempting to roll in the situation unless you fumble. If you fumble, that's a different story. But
yeah, he's obviously hiding something, so I want to see if I can gain some sort of insight. So psychology.
yes.
I rolled a 1.
You rolled 001?
Yeah.
Hey, dude. That is a critical success. Yeah, I mean, he's totally not being honest with you entirely. You're not sure exactly how. He seems like he probably has seen something like this before. He's also very clearly trying to not deal with it and just move on. This can keep rolling over a little bit, a critical success like that. So, if more stuff kind of arises with him, I can give you a little bit more of that. But at this point, I mean, you're reading him like a book. Like he you're not sure if he knows how poorly he's coming across, but if he's definitely hiding something.
I want to ask him. You said there's been other violent animal attacks. Could I have a look at those files?
Yeah, I can get some of that stuff put together for you. Sure. You have to give me some time though. Look, I wasn't really expecting to do all this today, so give me a couple hours. I'll pull some files.
I appreciate your time, Chief. I'll reach out to shake his hand again.
Yeah, he again shakes your hand, and
walk out of the office.
All right, let's pick it up. Let's pick it up here then. We'll say the news in the morning. There's journalists all over trying to pick this stuff up. We'll say the newspaper in the morning has local Bainbridge girl found slain, animal attack ? And this news begins to spread out. Father Andrews, you pick up the paper in the morning and you see that, yes, the body was identified as a Monica Summers. Is there anything you want to do in this morning? Otherwise, you're going to get a phone call pretty soon here.
Yes, actually. Seeing the newspaper, he's going to take one. Put it in his coat pocket, and he actually will go to the police station of his own volition. And
okay,
when he gets there, he will specifically ask for Garrett Mills.
Okay, you're told to wait a little bit. We'll say this was like a little bit later in the morning, so you're told to wait a little bit, because Detective Mills is currently out of the office for a moment. But he'll be back pretty soon. And you sit and wait for a second, and then Detective Mills comes in the door, and he does not look very happy, and he sees you sitting there, and he's like, "Oh, Father Andrews, it's good to see you. This actually saves me a little bit of trouble. Can I help you with something?"
Yeah, Father Andrews will take the newspaper that he totally paid for and show the headline to the detective and say, "Is there a reason why the press got a hold of this information before the family?"
That's very good. Do you want to come into my office really quick?
Yes, I would love to.
You go in his office and sit down. He's like, "Yeah, I'm guessing the press has some kind of payoff at the coroner's office to get information. There's a couple of very dedicated nose to the ground journalists who caught on to the story pretty fast. There's not a lot of news like this in the area, so I'm gonna point at the coroner.
Well, perhaps you should have a conversation with that coroner then.
Yeah,
General
yeah,
should not
I
have
probably
known about
will.
this before her family.
Well, I got over there this morning and let them know. And luckily they had not gotten to their paper yet because they are so worried about their kid that they're not checking normal stuff in their life. So don't worry, Father. I told them before they read it in the newspaper. I'm sure they're not going to be happy that the news got out so fast, but this is just the situation that we're in. I'm glad you're here, though. I was going to call you in today and ask you some questions. I was going to call a couple people in today and ask some questions. Monica went to your church, right?
Yes, she was a devout member of the flock.
And would you say that her having any kind of getting in trouble with drugs or anything like that, was that normal for Monica? It didn't seem like it from what I understand.
He takes a couple of moments and says,
I don't recall her doing drugs specifically, but that young fellow, Trent, he was her boyfriend for a time, and there are some non-flattering rumors of him.
Yeah. Well, I'll take care of that conversation later today. Is there anything you can tell me? Anything out of the ordinary? Any conversations you've had with her recently, maybe, that would give me any kind of indication of what happened?
yeah, he thinks again for a moment and says,
Well, the other day she came to me seeking spiritual advice. Pretty standard stuff, asking if true evil existed, the devil, and what have you. She seemed to be in a bit of a state while asking. I believe she might have been afraid of someone.
Any idea who?
No, she did not go into too many details. She left before really answering any of my questions.
Well, thank you, Father. I appreciate it. I'll get in touch with you if I have
If I
any
might
other questions.
ask, do they know by what means she was killed?
They're ruling it an animal attack.
I see. Very well, I suppose I'll be in touch.
Thank you. And he stands up and kind of ushers you out. Why don't we cut over a little bit here to Leadfist Leo? You're in the flat above your dojo, and you actually get a phone call in the morning. I don't know if it wakes you up or not. You might be up early training.
Yeah, probably early up.
But yeah, you get a phone call.
Mm-hmm. Answer it. The dojo.
Hi, is this Leopold Cooper?
Yeah.
This is Detective Garrett Mills. We met yesterday.
Oh yeah, I remember.
I was wondering if I could maybe ask you some questions. If you could maybe come back over to the island sometime today. I know it's a little bit of a trip for you, but I just have some things I was hoping I could ask you.
let me hold on a moment, and then I'm gonna put the receiver, put the phone down, but not like hang up. Just put it down, and then check a calendar that is empty for today. Look at it for a couple of seconds. Pick it up. Yeah, I can come over later. Is about noon all right for you?
Sure, that sounds fine. I'll see you then.
Yeah.
And we'll say that you, whatever you need to do for your morning. If there's anything important, otherwise you go over and catch a ferry.
Yeah,
And...
I'm just. It's just. I need to walk and feed Bob the Fifth, and then after that.
your dog Bob the Fifth.
Yes.
All right. All right, and then let's see, Trent's a little bit of an outlier. He's not going to be easy to get a hold of necessarily. But why don't we check in with Trent? You probably wake up a little later in the day and are not feeling very good.
Yep.
What do you do with your day? What's your goal? You kind of don't have a lot of info. Seems like the lead you thought you had might have dried up there.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, I think he would just be checking the news to see what they're saying and if they, because I don't even know, he doesn't even know they confirm the identity or anything yet.
No. We'll say maybe you head to like a diner or something.
Yeah, some breakfast, coffees.
Get some coffee and your noon breakfast.
Yeah, and
you're like looking at the TV in the corner while you're like not half paying attention, and then you see Bainbridge Girl, Monica Summers found dead, animal attack, but just like this newsreel. Oh, headphones. Hold on. Yeah, you just see this newsreel, and you probably like drop your fork in your plate. It was her.
And the report includes the supposed cause of death.
Yeah, it says animal attack. Local law enforcement is ruling the death as a wild animal attack. Watch out. Keep your pets inside, folks. Blah 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 blah. Careful when you're camping. This is not. They don't say anything about no pictures, no details about the body. Just animal attack. Missing girl found dead.
Bullshit. No fucking way it was an animal. What you get into? Where are you running from? Looking for?
The question is, do you think Trent would be troubled enough to go back to the island and be like, I need some answers?
I think, yeah, I'm trying to more discern what his approach would be. I don't think he's going to go seek out the cops. It's probably more along the lines of like he might go to the church and try to talk to the priest just to see what he knows or what he's heard. Because, confidential confession and so forth.
Sure.
So, yeah, so he would probably head back for that since he doesn't really know anybody else that's attached to this or would know anything anyway.
We'll say
he's not going to the cops.
We'll say for convenience's sake, you head back to the ferry, and you're waiting for the ferry, and you probably get there like late, like you're running to get on. Like, I need to get over here, and they're like, "All right, we're lifting the bridge," and you're like, "Wait!" Like running down there to try to get on the ferry to head back over, and you get on, and you see Leo is sitting over by the window of the ferry, and he notices you like run on at the last minute.
Hey, well, headed this way too?
Yeah. Did the cops call you too?
The cops? Why would the cops call me?
No need to panic.
What have you heard?
They just wanted to ask some questions. That's why I'm headed over.
What kind of questions? About what?
I'm guessing about the situation.
Yeah, did you see that shit? Animal attack? What kind of fucking animal? It's bullshit.
We'll say, Leo. I mean, it's kind of up to you. Maybe you have, but it's possible you haven't seen that information yet. So,
what are you talking about?
On the news, they said they confirmed her identity. Said it was an animal attack. They closed the case. Fucking Barney Fife ain't even looking anymore.
Oh, so why did they call me for questioning?
See, this is why you ask questions.
Well, they would ask questions.
Maybe they shouldn't. Why are they asking you questions?
I don't know.
I was gonna go see the priest. I figured maybe he knew something. He was over there.
What do you think he knows?
I don't know. I mean, he's on the island more than everybody else. So maybe he saw or heard something. The cops trust him because he's a priest. They'll tell him stuff.
Yeah.
So we'll say you guys are getting to the island, and Trent, it's kind of up to you what you want to do here. But for Leo, are you going to head into the police station? So Leo's going to head to the police station, and we'll say kind of as Father Andrews is kind of heading out, Leo is heading in, and you have a little bit of a before you go talk to Detective Mills, Leo, where you managed to bump into Father Andrews.
Hello, Father.
Oh, hello. You were with us yesterday, correct?
Yes.
I believe Detective Mills wants to speak with you and that young fellow who was with us.
Oh, does he?
Have you
he
seen the
did
news?
he did call me. I just didn't know that he wanted to speak to the kid as well.
Yes, he's probably just checking in on everyone, seeing if we know any additional information about Monica's last days.
I mean, did Trent come with Leo, or did he beeline for the church?
No. Yeah, he went straight for the church.
I think the kid's off to see you, actually.
Oh.
Just met him on the ferry.
Oh, that's a surprise.
I don't think it's for that reason.
Well, I suppose I'll go catch up to him.
Leo's gonna stifle a snort. Yeah. You do that, Father. I'm gonna go in and see what they want from me. Do you need any help at the church afterwards? You could come over if you need
I
some
won't
help.
say no.
Okay.
We'll probably need to start getting things prepared for a service.
Yeah.
Have as good a day as you can, and with circumstances as they are.
Yeah. You too.
And Father Andrews would probably shuffle over to his old jalopy and start heading towards the church.
All right. Leo, you head into Detective Mills's office. He's kind of sitting there reading something, and he sees you come in, and he's like, and he stands up, and he's like, "Oh, Mr. Cooper, thank you for coming. If you want to take a seat, Well, I don't know if you've heard or not, but the body was positively ID'd as Monica Summers. I understand that she was a student of yours, so my condolences. Truly, I didn't know her.
Hmm.
I do have some questions though, if you wouldn't mind answering a couple questions.
Yeah, sure. Don't know much, but
Uh, can you give me a general description? I mean, I've come to understand that Monica was a pretty straight-laced girl, but can you give me a description of your time with her, what you know about her? If anything strange has happened recently.
I mean, she was kind of she came in spooked, and she stayed spooked. Like I said in the car yesterday, I'd never seen her laughing or smiling like in the photo.
And you said she'd been coming to you for months, right?
Couple of months, yeah. Pretty regular.
Interesting. Well, I'm going to be honest with you, Mr. Wait a minute. Leadfist Leo Cooper? Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. My dad and I watched you box a couple of times. Wow, that's so weird. I just put that together.
Yeah. Were some good matches back then.
Yeah. Wow, that's crazy. You give him the old 1-2. Anyway, maybe I shouldn't even tell you this, but the police are closing this investigation. They're ruling it as an animal attack. And
what kind of animal?
There isn't there's no. He just shrugs at you. It's kind of out of my hands, unfortunately. But from what I understand, that FBI agent that we were searching with yesterday is potentially still on this case. And honestly, I think that he could maybe use some of this information too. I don't know if it would be worth a lot to him. I don't know. Something's definitely going on here, and I don't really know what to do about it. And well, anyway, and he kind of stands up and brushes himself off and goes to shake your hand again. And he's like, "I'm sorry to waste your time. It's possible." I just spoke with Father Andrews, and I was going to try to reach out to that the Levine kid, the musician.
Oh yeah.
And see if he knew anything extra. But honestly, I kind of can't legally at this point. I mean, I could ask him a couple questions, but I don't think it's really going to amount to much. Look, it was. Thanks for telling me what you knew.
Wasn't much.
Yeah, but I do appreciate it. And he kind of
sure. So you think I
ushers
should
you out.
Go talk to that agent guy?
I mean, he might want to talk to you. Honestly, this is kind of, like I said, it's kind of out of my hands. And I can't ask anybody to do anything they're unwilling to do. But it seems like the FBI are going to continue this investigation. So, if you think you know something that he might want to know, I would go talk to him.
Do you think this was foul play? I think that's how you call it.
Something's definitely wrong with this. But based on a coroner's report, based on everything we saw, I don't really have a whole lot of answers.
Okay.
It does feel unexplained. And if they want to wave it off as an animal attack, I don't have a whole lot of power to tell them they're not allowed to do that.
Okay.
And I have other cases, and I like my job most of the time. So,
Yeah.
I appreciate it, though. Thank you,
Sure.
Mr. Cooper. It's,
Hey, Leo.
I don't know.
Leo's fine.
Sure. Maybe I'll get to see a box again someday. Although, maybe not. I don't know.
That part of my life is over. I mostly just tell others how to box now, or kick, or bite.
Well, he kind of laughs and then he's like, all right, well, have a good day. And he goes back to his office and closes the door.
Yeah, and I'm gonna head over towards the church because I don't think I didn't really catch that Flynn was at the hotel because I think he went.
Oh, he would have said that. He would have said he's staying at the hotel. Yeah.
Well, I'm
so yeah,
you
you
head towards the church.
Well, let's pick up then with Trent heading over to the Experience Harvest Church. And you know, again, like we explained last time, not super huge, but it's kind of like the central church in town. It's not all, not super stark white. It's got a little bit of a homey feel. Not homely, a homey feel. So what do? You head inside?
Yeah. I think he's a little lost. He's probably only ever been in here maybe twice, special events or holidays or something. But he will go towards the confessional and probably just walk in and sit down and just assume that that's how that works, but whether or not it's actually the right time for that or if there's anybody in there.
Well, John, is it the right time for that? Are you just sitting there waiting for someone to come in?
He probably would have, like since he drove and in theory Trent is on foot, he probably would have gotten there faster. And yeah, like he was probably like hanging out, making sure things are prepared for the service he's gonna have to get sorted. And when he sees Trent just kind of go into the confessional, he will follow and get into the the little listener box portion. Can you tell John's not Catholic?
Don't worry. I think we're mixing a couple of things here, so it's fine. Yeah. So you head in, and you both are sitting, across from each other in this mesh kind of gate between the two of you.
Hey, Father Andrews, is that you?
Yes.
So legally, you can't tell anybody what we talk about anymore, right?
It's not a expression of legality per se. It's more of a spiritual contract. But
right.
Yes, and anything you say to me would not leave this confessional.
Okay, good. Look, I assume you saw the news this morning. Like, they're saying it was an animal.
Yes, I saw that.
Do you believe that? Did they tell you anything else? What kind of animal? Like anything?
Yeah, he's quiet for a bit, and we'll just kind of softly say,
There's quite a few dangerous animals on the island.
Like pumas or something?
I can't really speak to that. Me and my brother, when we were young, encountered a pretty vicious animal. Could have been a puma, could have been a bear. I don't quite remember what it was, but I do believe an animal of that much hatred and evil very well could have done to poor Monica what happened.
But I mean, animals aren't evil by nature, are they? That's more of a human thing, right?
And we will, with that question, we will cut away
For this philosophical debate.
Hell yeah.
to. It's a good question. To to Agent Flynn. Agent Flynn, you left his office. Would you do? Head back to your
to the-
hotel?
Oh yeah. I'm waiting to get access to the archives of the other case files.
Sure. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
right. You have
yeah,
like
I went
yeah. The chief kind of blew you off.
Yeah.
Did you want to make that call though to the FBI?
Yeah. Call my superior and tell him what's going on. What's going down.
So you call, picks up the phone. Agent Rosenfield.
Hey, it's Flynn.
Oh, Flynn, what's up? News on this case?
Local PD doesn't seem very interested. They're ruling it an animal attack, but I've never seen an animal do that before. Something doesn't seem right about this.
Animal attack. Wait, describe the thing again. You were talking about it yesterday. What exactly is going on with the body?
We found a body with the brain nearly entirely removed and the majority of the face gone. And it wasn't a clean cut. I don't know of any animal that has jaws that big or claws big enough to tear somebody's nearly entire head off.
Wait a minute. Face and brain?
Yeah.
Do you remember? Hold on. And you can hear like some shuffling. He's like, all right, yeah, I got it right here. This is like 5 years ago. Was this the Morgenthau case? Elizabeth Morgenthau? Something. We found her body out in the woods. Been there a couple of days. It's like almost the exact same profile. Do you remember this?
Out of game question. I was on that case, I'm assuming.
Yes, you
Okay.
were. we talked about this, but it's okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember now. Yeah, I seem to recall that case.
It was 5 years ago.
So many ago. Yeah, similar type of wound, wasn't it?
It's almost the exact same thing, except it's not in unincorporated Bainbridge Island. It's not Winslow. This was out north Seattle? Like Everett
Yeah, I think
area?
up near Mount Vernon, I believe.
Yeah. I mean, this is interesting. I'm gonna do some more digging here. See what's going on with local?
Oh, I asked for old case files. The chief is not very cooperative. He seems to know more than he's letting on. Luckily, the agent Mills. Agent Mills has been extremely helpful. He's not content with the case being closed either. And I think he'll be able to help me out.
All right. Well, look, if this turns into some kind of jurisdictional issue, you give me a call back. All right. This is definitely not right with me, and I don't care if locals is going to close it. We're going to keep this open. So you do what you can. Is there? You were like with some other people there yesterday, right?
Yeah, they're a group of locals. One friend, I believe, and a couple other acquaintances of the victim.
But they're connected to this girl?
Yeah, they all seem to know her pretty well.
Well, see if you can get any extra information out of that. Work with local. Find out what you can here, and if you need anything, let me know.
All right, we'll do.
And hang up. We'll say, let's cut back to the church. You guys are talking, and Leo, you come in, and there's nobody here, but you can hear some people talking maybe in the back. I don't know if you call out hello.
Is it like, do I identify, is it in a confessional, or is it like just off somewhere in the back? Is it a confessional?
Yeah, you hear it. It seems like it's coming from the confessional.
Yeah, then I'm gonna just head my way over to the front and just sit in one of the pews and wait.
And the two of you continue talking. Can animals be evil? Isn't that more of a human thing?
The earth.
But you do hear somebody come in. That is
Yeah.
You do hear that.
Yeah. He will make a note of that, but yeah, Father Andrews will continue just
The earth and the land far predates us humans. I do not believe that evil is explicitly a human trait. Just reading through any religious text, not just the Bible, will tell you that there are spirits and beings beyond human comprehension that have showcased the capacity of evil eons before we ever stepped foot here.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm thinking. You're a man of faith. You understand more than most people that there's a whole layer to the universe that we can't see normally. There are things, spirits, demons, whatever you want to call them. There are things out there that we don't know about, aren't supposed to know about. But if you look in the right places, if you elevate your mind to the right spaces, you can get a glimpse. I've seen things, Father. Something tells me that this wasn't a puma.
When you last saw Monica, was she looking to expand her mind?
Yeah, actually, which was weird because that's not like her.
No.
I told her no, just because she seemed really distressed. Like, when you go on a trip, it's going to take you from where you start. And if you're already in a bad place, you're going to go to a worse place. So
That's true.
I told her no, and she flipped out, which is also not like her. And then she just stormed out. And then that was the last I saw of her. I honestly didn't expect us to find her on the island. I mean, she was in the city the last I saw her.
Oh. I know you perhaps do not wish to speak with the local authority, but I do believe it would help Monica if you were to tell at least the FBI agent of your final encounter with her. I believe he's staying at a nearby hotel.
You want me to tell the suit that she came to meet a score? What? No, you can't tell them about this, right? We talked about this. This is confidential.
I can only advise you on the right path, and if you believe that an agent of the FBI would concern himself with what's currently in your back pocket over the death of a young girl who was loved by most of the community, then I can't force you to go to him.
Oh, so you're saying like get an immunity deal? I get it. Hey, that's a good idea. That'll
Not
work.
exactly, but if that's what it takes, then Yes.
Wow, this shit actually works. Thanks, Father. I feel better.
I am glad to be of assistance.
All
So
right,
you
I gotta
guys, you guys step out, and Leo's sitting there.
Oh, Mr. Cooper, how are you today?
Father. Yeah, good, I guess, as far as that's possible.
And for convenience's sake, I'm gonna say, if you're okay with this, I think Agent Flynn is waiting to see if the chief's gonna do anything for him, and now he's gotten this news. You're probably like, well, let me go see if I can find one of these guys. I know there's a church.
Yeah.
So at some point, if you want to walk in on this scene, go ahead.
Okay.
But go ahead. Sorry, D.
No worries. So the cops did also want to talk to you, kid.
What, the local? No.
Yeah.
About what?
Mills guy. But then he said that they're closing the case and he can't do anything, but maybe we should talk to the FBI guy. Because maybe we have helpful information, because he's apparently not done with the case.
At least somebody's doing something, I guess.
Did you
They give you the same
did he
animal.
kind of like motions towards Father Andrews and you? Did you successfully convert or whatever?
It's confidential.
That is between Mr. Levine and God.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I look, kid. I don't care about your sins or whatever. I'm just trying to be polite, just making conversation.
No, yeah, no, I appreciate it. We're all good. Father's great, man. He did the job.
I will say, right then, Agent Flynn walks in the door.
I see all three of them sitting next to each other
Yeah.
talking. I'll make my way over towards them. Good morning. How's everyone doing?
Oh,
Speak
what a
of the
coincidence.
hello.
It's a turn of
Can you say
phrase.
that
You
here?
can say it.
So the local PD seems convinced that Monica's death was some sort of animal attack, but I'm not so convinced.
Are you telling me?
So if any of you have something to tell me that could help me figure out what happened to her, it would really help.
Like what?
Well, I don't know. You said she was acting strange in your dojo. You said like somebody was after her.
Well, no, I said she came in spooked. She wasn't. I don't know how she was acting. I don't know what her normal was. She was always the same with me, but it just seemed scared.
She seemed on edge and frightened.
Yeah, she was. She really tried to push herself with the classes, to the point that I usually had to tell her to stop, because it's not good to overexert.
Yes, she seemed incredibly distressed the past few weeks.
Did she tell you why?
I couldn't get it out of her. Just something that happened to her, and it shook her faith. But she wouldn't go into much details.
I'm gonna turn to Trent. What about you, kid?
So about these immunity deals, how does that work? Yeah,
What'd you do?
let's say somebody. Well, I didn't do anything, but say somebody had some information they wanted to give you, but the information contained other information that could be of an incriminating nature, and they needed to ensure that you weren't going to pursue that other unrelated information.
Well, it kind of depends on what the other information is.
I don't really like gray areas in this case. Can we get like, is there a deal? Can we sign something? We go back into
Listen,
confessional?
I'm just concerned about solving this case. If this other information doesn't have anything to do with the death of Monica, then it's not going to bother me. But I need you to tell me everything you know.
Okay, so background information. I'm something of a scientist, and oh,
Go on.
I'm always trying to, let's say, explore areas other people haven't, to see things that you can't normally see. And I employ a lot of various techniques, some of them musical, others not so much, to try and achieve those goals. And Monica knew that. That's kind of the reason we stopped dating and stopped hanging out so much, because she wasn't really into that whole scene. But she came over to my place after the show on Saturday and was all wired up, acting kind of crazy, wanting to know if I could offer some of those alternative methods that I've experimented with. And I told her no, because she was already messed up or something. It wasn't going to do her any good, but she flipped out, stormed out. It wasn't like her at all. I don't know what got into her. I don't know what she was thinking, why she was acting that way.
Did she do drugs often with you, or is this kind of an odd occurrence for her to ask you?
What drugs?
I know what you're getting at, kid.
I didn't say anything about drugs. I will say that she didn't do drugs. No, she was as straight laced as they
and neither do you, right?
Of course not. That would be illegal, sir.
Are there any maybe unsavory characters that have a connection between you and this otherworldly experience that you participate in?
Not that I know of.
Maybe people that give you some materials for your experimentations.
No, I reached out, seeing if maybe she went to anybody else when I said no, but nobody had heard from them. Nobody. No, they're not like gangbangers. It's fucking kids.
Well, I'm kind of at a loss where to go from here. I'm waiting on some files from the local PD.
You don't believe this animal bullshit, right?
I've never seen an animal do that. And truth be told, I've seen something similar years ago, and I wasn't convinced back then either.
You believe it's the murderer?
We found bruising on her body, like maybe she was pushed or dropped from a height. I'm not willing to rule anything out yet, but whoever did that to her is a complete psychopath if it was a person, and we need to find him. We need to stop him.
Pardon me for asking, but if there was bruising on her body, does that not mean that she was alive when she fell? Wouldn't the...
Not necessarily.
Well, Father Andrews doesn't know that.
Well, just so you know, Evan, not necessarily.
Okay. Yeah, it would have to be within a certain amount of time, right? After the body was.
Yes.
Yeah, but there's a window of time where bruising can still happen.
Oh. Well, the coroner gave so much information to the journalist, I'd be surprised if there was any left, but... Were they able to determine how high she had fallen? Like,
I don't even think they tried. The autopsy report seemed pretty half-assed to me. The chief seems like completely uninterested in the case. The only hopeful person is Detective Mills.
Yes, he's a good man.
But I'm not willing to give up on this case yet, so need to figure out something.
And with that, I think we're going to call it there for episode 2.
All right.
Thanks a lot, guys. And thanks to everybody for watching. This was the beginning of hopefully a pretty cool mystery here. And we'll pick it up next time. All right. We'll see you.
Bye.
Bye.